All right. Well, hello, Mr. Garcia.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. Well, what brings you here today?
I just need to talk to somebody about a problem I'm having
Okay.
with my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about this problem.
Well, we get into fights a lot, and just been kind of wearing on me lately. I guess it's constantly fighting.
Yes.
So, I don't feel it's really fair when we fight. What we're fighting about.
Okay.
Sort of like a double standard. Yeah.
What are you guys fighting about?
Well, it's kind of hard to pin down because when we fight, it'll be like about one thing, but it's like we're always fighting about the same thing. And usually it'll be like if I'm going to go hang out with like one of my friends, she'll get mad, she'll get all jealous about it, Like I don't, she'll say things like, I don't know why, you want to go hang out with them. Like, why don't you want to hang out with me? Like, what are you doing over there with them? I can't trust you, stuff kind of like that, And there's no reason that she should feel that way, that I can tell. It's not like I did anything,
right,
to prompt that behavior. So, like, if I'm going to hang out with my friends, she'll bring that up. And then if she, I get, mad about that. So, when she goes to do the same thing, like, when she goes to hang out with her friends, I'll bring it up to her, be like, well, how come I can't hang out with my friends, but you're going to hang out with your friends? Like, I don't understand what the deal is, where she doesn't trust me to hang out with my friends without her.
I see.
And then, I'm supposed to be cool with her doing that when I can't do it, And there's no reason. It's just kind of out of the blue for me,
So this conflict seems to be fueled by unfair suspicion on her part, would you say?
Yeah, because I can't think of a specific, there's not anything I did. She just thinks that that's the case, And I guess maybe she just had, trust issues from other relationships or something, But that's not my fault. I don't know. It's like she's taking that on me. That's not cool. And then she doesn't even want to, admit it.
Right.
But she doesn't want to just say, I have a problem. She's just, blaming it on me. She's saying, you can't be trusted.
Right.
Which isn't no reason.
Exactly.
I didn't cheat on her or anything like that. Stuff like that. It's just not. I don't get it.
How long have you guys been together?
Like a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have these fights been going on?
A long time. Probably pretty close to when we started. Probably a couple months maybe after we started dating.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
How often do they happen?
Pretty often nowadays.
Okay.
All the time. I guess maybe because they just build on each other.
Yes.
But yeah, they happen. They happen a lot. And they'll happen just about every other day or so. And anytime I plan on doing something that doesn't involve her, and even if she doesn't want to do, she doesn't like hanging out with me and my friends. She doesn't like doing what we do. So it wouldn't make sense for me to invite her or expect her to come. But anyways, like we'll fight and it'll just keep going.
Mhm.
Like we'll like argue in person about it, and then whenever one of us goes off to do whatever, you know,
Mhm.
she like it'll just keep going through like text messages and phone calls, you know, and then
Mhm.
like the next day it's all fine, you know. She doesn't want to like the next day we don't talk about what happened yesterday,
Mm.
and then like the same thing is probably going to happen that day or the day after.
I see. Yeah.
There's no. It seems kind of endless. It seems like a circle, like a big chain,
Mhm.
like never ending. You know.
Right.
So that gets old too, because like, you know, she'll do something or like, okay, I'll do something, right? Like I'll tell her I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy who lives like 30 minutes away.
Mhm.
And usually when I go there, like I'll stay over at his house because we'll hang out and it'll just get late
Mhm.
and I won't feel like going home
Mhm.
and like driving home in the middle of the night. I'll just like crash on his couch or whatever.
Right.
So I'll do that and we'll start fighting about it because she'll say like, you know, oh, you didn't tell me about that. You didn't tell.
Right.
I mean, it's like a spur of the moment thing. It's not.
Mhm.
You know, it's not like I'm planning on it.
Right.
I just think like, you know, maybe I'll go hang out with my buddy today.
Mhm.
It develops real quickly, and then she'll get on my case about it, and we'll fight about it. And even if I just head it off at the pass,
Yeah.
right? Like even if I just say, "Oh, I'm sorry," you know, I didn't mean to make you feel like you're left out or whatever. I didn't mean to make you feel jealous or something like that. Even if I do that, it doesn't solve anything. But the argue still, you know, because like either we fight and it just goes on, or I try to avoid fighting, and then she'll say like, "No, that's not, you know, that's not good enough. Like,
Right.
I don't forgive you."
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it sounds like these fights are causing you a lot of stress. You feel like they're unfair.
Yeah.
They've been happening a long time. And they happen often.
Yeah.
It sounds like quite a handful.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we can try for this problem is something called cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
Would you be comfortable trying that?
Yeah, sure.
That's
I
very.
don't know what it is.
Oh well, let me tell you. It's a very interesting form of therapy that prescribes to the notion that a lot of emotional problems we deal with are the result of our thoughts. Our thoughts control our feelings, and thus our feelings control our behaviors. And a lot of our thoughts are rested upon our core beliefs. And a lot of our thoughts are automatic thoughts, meaning things we don't. The things you think about a situation just automatically arise based on your core beliefs, kind of your very innate beliefs about the world and relationships.
Okay.
So for this particular problem, when you guys get in fights, when you want to do something and she seems to be very suspicious of you and things blow up, what are you thinking?
Just about how unfair it is, because I get really mad too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess it's not a fair picture to say like she's just like digging into me and I'm just sitting by like a victim. Like I get mad too, you know. But that's what it is. Like I just whenever it starts, you know, I can tell it's gonna happen, so I just get mad. Like immediately, you know, I just get mad and I say, "Oh, here we go again." So I guess that's my first thought or my first feeling or whatever. It's like, here it comes, and then I get mad about it.
So your feelings are anger.
Yeah.
But your thoughts are, from what you've told me, are your thoughts more thoughts about how unfair the situation is?
Yeah.
Along those lines?
Yeah, and that I guess that's where the anger comes from. It's just how it's unfair. You know, it's unfounded for her to feel like that.
Okay, so your thoughts are it's unfounded for her to feel that way. and it's unfair that you're getting in these fights. Subsequently, that leads you to feel angry about the situation. Now, when one of these fights happen, and it's the evening, and you guys are getting in a fight about you wanting to do something and not going your way, or another evening when she wants to do something and she is insisting that she can have her way, what usually happens when you think it's unfair and you feel that it's angry? What are your behaviors?
Well, I mean, we fight. Like when I get mad, like I don't. Sometimes I'll do the whole I'll try to apologize for the situation, I guess, But most of the time I just fight like back. She'll get on me, and I don't try to deflect it. I don't try to diffuse the situation. I'll just, reflect what she's sending my way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I guess that's my actions. We just go at it.
You just kind of escalate along with her.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, so I guess to review, your thoughts are how unfair it is, how this shouldn't be happening. Of course, that makes you angry, and that leads you to, rather than backing down, kind of clashing with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you obviously can't tell somebody what to do. So it's not, and nor can you snap your fingers like a magician and have your way. So you can't change her behaviors or her thoughts. But because cognitive behavioral therapy prescribes to the notion that a lot of our problems stem from our thoughts, what can you change about your thoughts to help your situation?
I mean, I guess I could try to be more understanding, but because I know, like, she had a really bad relationship before we got together. A lot of, like, control issues and stuff. So that's probably a lot of it. That's probably, like, a big problem in our relationship is the issues, like, her issues still present from, So maybe try to think more about that. Try to remember that from her perspective.
Right.
But, I mean, and just refuse to escalate, I guess, no matter how much I want to. I could just let it be.
It's also very true.
Yeah, I could just say, well, whatever, if you're mad, but I'm still going to go do this. And then just, not fight her by means of not engaging her at all, not talking to her or anything.
And perhaps I've jumped the gun a little bit too much here, because that is a solution, a temporary solution at least, to your problems by changing your thoughts. But why do you think you have the thoughts you do when you get in these fights? Your thoughts, from what I recollect, saying that you feel like it's unfair, she's being unfair to you, overly suspicious. You feel like she's being over suspicious, and that kind of offends you.
Yeah.
Why do you think you think those thoughts?
Why do I think about her being hypocritical and everything?
Yes.
Well, I mean, because she doesn't have a reason to be, and
Why do you think those thoughts make you? Why do you think that those thoughts of her being hypocritical make you angry?
Oh, because it's keeping me from what I want to do. Like it's punishing me for something I haven't done, and it's keeping, it's affecting my life. It's like consequences without actions. So, I think the whole thing is just kind of getting in the way of my happiness.
Yes.
When it happens, I guess, if you want to look at it in like a macroscopic way, it's very much affecting, maybe my happiness, like at the moment, like I'm pissed off at the moment, so I'm not happy, but I guess it kind of tints the whole relationship.
Yes.
With like unhappiness. You know, sometimes, you know, we don't get to see each other for very long during a day or even at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we might spend the whole day, that whole time together,
Mm-hmm.
arguing about something like that, you know, or something, arguing about something.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes just the fact that we're arguing already, you know, will bring up something else. She'll bring up something else that she's mad about. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I guess it just kind of branches out from starts this way and then it sort of spreads into other things.
Mm-hmm.
So and I guess that's why I'm here is like, you know, it's just like too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody fights in relationships from time to time, but like ours is mostly fighting nowadays. And now it's like I can't get away from it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it just puts me in a bad mood, and being in a bad mood so often,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a perpetual bad mood. You know?
Well, from what you tell me, I want to touch on when I introduce this idea to you, this type of therapy. We touched briefly on the fact that a lot of our automatic thoughts are because of core beliefs we have. Now, when you think the thoughts you have about how unfair your girlfriend can be, you seem to get angry, and I think that connection indicates that you have a sense of you feel like it is unfair because you do not deserve to be have someone be suspicious of you.
Yeah.
It seems that this kind of speaks to the notion that perhaps one of your core beliefs, how do I say, there's a core belief at play here, and that is of, I don't mean this as a dig, but some sort of deficit of self-worth.
What, like for me or for her or?
Well, perhaps for you, perhaps your anger, I feel, maybe is superficially anger towards her, but perhaps there's some on a deeper level at yourself because you seem to, and I feel personally that you don't deserve to be treated the way you do.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be treated the way you do, but yet it still happens.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of block between your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, perhaps.
So like I know that I don't deserve to be treated this way. Like I know I should be treated better, but I still keep sticking to it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's compelling. Like I never really thought of it that way. You know.
Well, what can I say? We usually at the end of a cognitive behavioral therapy session, we do this thing called homework, where perhaps I could give you a chapter of a book to read about this therapy or something like that. So that between now and the next time you see me, you could look it over. Maybe we could explore some more ideas like this. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Mr. Russell.
Yeah, I'll give you a chapter of my brand new book to read so that we can touch on this in more depth next time.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Wait, is it free?
It sure is.